Hey folks, check this out. I'm here at Blackberry Mountain, which is this really nice like resort area in the Smoky Mountains. Gorgeous. There's a nice restaurant here, and over here is the fire tower. I'm gonna go climb up. Sorry. Check this out. So this is this really cool, like, rustic restaurant here. It's really nice and fancy, and it's awesome. And we just got here earlier today. This is just outside of Knoxville. Knoxville's right over there. I'll show you guys obviously the panoramic view from the top, but you can see this fire tower goes pretty far up. And I wonder if it was originally actually a fire tower, because obviously, you know, there obviously are fire towers around here. It's an important part of, you know, forest management, like with regards to fires. You know, fire towers help to keep lookout and, you know, spot fires. And yeah, it's pretty neat up here. This is really incredible. And yeah, there are actually some palms in Knoxville that I know of at the Arboretum. Wow, here we are. Big echo in here. But yeah, I haven't seen any yet. I might go into Knoxville and check and see them if I have time. But I'm here with my family, and ooh, you can feel the elevation. This is probably got to be at least, I don't know how far up we are. I mean, because this is right on the ridge, so I'm thinking maybe 4,500, 5,000 feet at least. Some of these mountains get to over 6,000, and Mount Marcy, it's Mount Marcy, I believe, is the tallest peak east of the Mississippi, and that is actually in, it's in North Carolina, but just over the border. We're right on the edge of the national park. That's the national park right over there, and it's called Blackberry Mountain, and this is called the Fire Tower. It does look like an actual old fire tower. It's really awesome, and this is just incredible, the view from up here. You can see these bridges over there, just gorgeous. And yeah, let's just talk a little bit about the Smoky Mountains and sort of where I am. So, you know, the Smoky Mountains are, you know, form the southern part of the Appalachians. The Appalachian Trail actually starts in Georgia, the southern Smoky, not in the Smoky Mountains. I don't know if that's actually considered the Smoky Mountains, but in the southern Appalachians, and then it goes all the way up to Maine, Mount Katahdin in Maine. But this is basically the southern, pretty much the southernmost point of the Appalachians. And one of the most prominent points of it, besides like Mount Washington, there are, you know, there's quite a few 6,000 foot plus peaks up here, and it's just gorgeous. And you know, I was here with my family, and you know, obviously there aren't any palms up here. I wish there were. There's some down in Knoxville over there, which I don't know where actually downtown is, but it's somewhere over there. You can just see all the farmland around Knoxville, but it is a gorgeous place. And I sort of expected it to be maybe a little bit like Shenandoah National Park, which is right near me, less than 2 hours from Washington. And it's also very mountainous, and it actually does look like it a lot. But like from like just with the general mountainscape, the mountains are a lot more prominent. The highest in Shenandoah is a little bit over 4,000, and some of these are 6,000, 6,400 foot peaks. And that one looks especially, I bet that's a 6,000 foot peak right there. Up there, and that's really incredible. And also, especially when you're in it, you can really feel just how different it is, because this is actually, believe it or not, this is a temperate rainforest. The Appalachian temperate rainforest does actually start in Virginia, but south of Shenandoah National Park, goes through southwestern Virginia and into this into eastern Tennessee and along the North Carolina border. So like I said, the national park's right over there. So we're in eastern Tennessee, and I don't know if you can see it. I think some of these peaks actually form the border, but we're right near North Carolina. And it's right near here. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And I think, I mean, we're going to the national park, I think, on Wednesday. So I assume we will dip into North Carolina, at least for a little bit. But yeah, people are friendly here. This place is awesome, and it is gorgeous. This is the most visited national park in the country. I'm not in it yet, but this place is right on the edge of the park. So I am glad to have checked this off my bucket list. I am a big national parks fan. And what I was saying about it feeling different, you'll see like the azaleas, or like the rhododendrons, and all these sort of understory plants, and a lot of evergreen cover that you won't see. Occasionally, a lot of the top of the mountains in Shenandoah National Park will have, you know, some pines sticking up. But once you get really down to the forest, it's mostly deciduous. This is very, very mixed. There are tons and tons of conifers here, and I'm trying to show you. I mean, you can see all this, like those are pine right there, and a lot of pines down there. You can sort of see they're a little darker and more scraggly looking. And then if you look down there in the valley, you can see all those sort of thinner trees there. A lot of those look like they've died. Unfortunately, you'll see a lot of mountaintops You can see it over there where the hemlocks, there's both Eastern hemlock and Carolina hemlock here. And checking to see when it was coming. But yeah, the hemlocks, unfortunately, a lot of them have died because of the hemlock woolly adelgid, which is an invasive insect that's been killing them, especially here in the Smokies. So that's incredibly sad because that's one of the most, those are two of the most prominent evergreens here, and they're everywhere, the conifers. And you'll see a lot of them, mostly younger ones, in the forest here. So clearly it hasn't affected all of them, but it has affected a lot of them. And I've seen this whole mountainside, so it looks like they were, it's terrible. It looks like they were completely deforested, but it's just a bunch of dead trees just all over the mountainside. But it is gorgeous, most visited national park in the country, obviously, and I haven't been to the park yet, but I can't wait to see it. And you will see evergreen cover everywhere, which is awesome. I love evergreens, and seeing this, you know, sort of similar looking forest to maybe some of the places closer to DC in the Appalachians, but very mixed, is super cool. Lots and lots of pines, and I mean, if you look down in the valley and on the slopes, you'll see just the evergreens everywhere. And there's even a slide, this massive water slide that goes into a pond, and I saw it, and it was super cool, and it was closed when I went, but I think I'll go tomorrow or at some point. And if you look around the pond, you can actually see like a mountainside right next to it, just covered in conifers, like more than there are deciduous trees. And all those hemlocks, they're especially prominent in the valley, but you'll see them on the mountain side too. A lot of dead ones, but there are a lot of live ones, so it gives me hope. And scientists are fighting the hemlock woolly adelgid. So the two hemlock species here, Eastern hemlock, Tsuga canadensis, and I believe it's Tsuga caroliniana, I think, for the Carolina hemlock, which Carolina hemlock's only native here on the Tennessee-North Carolina border, and I believe into Virginia, into southwestern Virginia. So yeah, beautiful, and you can really feel the temperate rainforest here. It rained earlier today, and with rainforest, as is typical, it sort of rains on and off more than just, you won't have like an extreme thunderstorm as much as you'll just have on and off rain throughout the day, which is sort of what happened. Thankfully, we got here later than the rain, and it had already passed through, but we could see down the valley there, and you could actually see it raining further down the valley, which was super cool. But you guys get the point. It's gorgeous here, and I'd recommend it for yourself, especially, I mean, if you guys are up in Knoxville, there's lots and lots of palms in Knoxville, including a massive Bulgarian, Trichoris fortunae Bulgarian at the University of Tennessee Arboretum, along with some needle palms. None of them protected. Obviously, needle palms weren't protected, but the Bulgarian being unprotected is really quite remarkable because it survives some pretty cold temperatures. And the coldest reported palm ever to survive, needle palms ever survived, recorded, was -21 Fahrenheit, I believe. And that was recorded somewhere around here in Eastern Tennessee. I don't know if it's Knoxville or Chattanooga, but there were lots of needle palms, some Sable Birmingham planted on the University of Tennessee campus, and lots of palms in Knoxville. So I hope I have time to actually go into the city and see them. But otherwise, it's just gorgeous up here. It's incredibly peaceful. Tons and tons of black bears. I haven't seen them, but I know it's like the highest per capita, or like per square mile. I think it's like 100 per square mile or something. I think that's wrong. I don't know what the actual figure is, but it's some insane number per square mile in some areas. So yeah, that's really cool. And hopefully I'll see a black bear. Hopefully I won't get too close and friendly with it, but hopefully it is friendly. And yeah, this place is awesome. Blackberry Mountain. Came here with my family, sort of as a special vacation. This place is really nice, and it's pretty fancy. And you can see these cabins down there, so it is it's a nice treat, and enjoying it with my family, my dad and my parents and my brother. So yeah, all is well here. I'll keep you guys updated on videos. I got a lot of travel planned this summer, and now I found I'm going to stay with my grandparents next week in New Jersey, so maybe I'll fit a palm in there somewhere, somehow. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated, and hopefully I'll see some palms here. I'm trying to get over to Knoxville. It's about 30-40 minutes from here, so really not too far, and just really peaceful place here. Gorgeous. All right, thanks for watching, folks. Really appreciate it, and stay tuned for more videos. Take care. This is the fire tower here at Blackberry Mountain in Eastern Tennessee, near Knoxville, and right near the North Carolina border. These are the Smoky Mountains, and they are stunning. Take care, folks.